Is Longstanding Solitude actually a bad item? Now, for anyone who's still confused on what this item does or what this item even is, it's one of those lunars that virtually change the entire way you play the game, similar to the likes of egocentrism and whatnot. And what this item does is convert all the gold you get, so notice how even though I'm killing stuff I have 0 gold, into XP, and every time you level up, you get a free item that you can purchase. Now, on paper, this sounds really terrible. Like, chant shrines are just complete copium now, because this item like really limits what you can buy. But is it really that bad though? Because I've seen a lot of people call it one of the worst items in the game, but I've also seen some people call it the best lunar item, if not the best item in the game. And by some people I mean just rndThursday. And even though I wouldn't really go that far as to say as it's the best item in the game, I do think he raises a pretty fair point. People generally underestimate the power of stats and leveling up because in a typical run, you're only really ever gonna reach like, what, level 25 or something? So there's really no reason to pay attention too much to stats in the first place. But I feel like people forget that being on scale with the enemy's level, which this item allows you to do with ease, is a lot better than people give it credit for, even with the limitation of items. So in order to test this theory, I'm going to give myself a Longstanding Solitude as early as realistically possible, and to do that I'm actually going to leave this little run. Okay, I'm going to try this again, but under more realistic circumstances. Because chances are you're not getting this item right away on stage 1. Which not only is it unrealistic, but it's also super detrimental to your runs. And yeah, this is especially a great time to not have Longstanding Solitude. Because stage 1, I have Siphon Forests, and I also have the 3 free items from the Halcyon Shrine. So yeah, this literally would be the worst case scenario to have a Longstanding Solitude in. And also just straight up unrealistic. Because like, what? You need a lunar pod to be like right next to you. That also happens to have a Longstanding Solitude. So yeah, this run I'll try it under more realistic circumstances. I'll be able to loot stage 1 more efficiently, but also not gain too much a level at the same time. I get to take advantage of the Halcyon Shrine. Crowdfunder, well that's gonna be useless. Okay, this is kind of unfair because I'm just having a generally good run. But we'll see if Longstanding Solitude either supports that or ruins that in the next stage. Okay, this stage 1 is kind of crazy actually. Are you serious? Well, I think aside from that disgusting shrine and the Halcyon Shrine, I think that's it. So I'ma just leave now. Thank you, Gearbox. I didn't really want to blow up the Wandering Vagrant projectile anyway. I just didn't want to, dude. Okay, let's go, Chance Doll. Okay. Sailstar. And sure, I'll get that. Kind of sad the one time I get feathers early on, it's on one of the characters who needs it the least. Alright, let's see what this Void Cradle has. I'll take it, I'll take it. Not really all that likely to get tri-tips with Longstanding Solitude, so it should be fine if we lack the ability to scrap any more tri-tips in the future. Alright, 16 minutes stage 1. Pretty long, pretty long. But honestly, looking at my items, pretty worth. Alright, now let's get a Longstanding Solitude. Will this help aid our run? Or will it completely destroy it? Let's see. Okay, and a Void Seed. And a Green Shop, don't see that every day. Probably because I took too long on the first stage. But sweet, looks like we got another band. 4 bands by the end of this stage. Assuming I can roll pots. Yeah, this is like the best case scenario for Longstanding Solitude. Void Seed, bands, Just a lot of free items that I don't have to level up for. So I get to level up really fast, and also loot at a decent speed. Pretty neat. I guess it also helps that I got like the best stage 1 in the world. Right, I forgot I had a sales star. Good thing I still used it on an attack chest though. That's like the best next thing. After like the rusted lockbox and a large chest. And yeah, look at that. Leveling up at a pretty decent rate. Got about 3 items in 3 minutes. Or I will have 3 items in 3 minutes. Okay, I'm actually gonna... Oh, that's a good shop. As much as I want to abuse the Artificer buff and get more attack speed. Kinda need this back of mag. Okay, looks like all that's left are 3 chests. Oh wait, make that 4 chests. I reckon I'll open up like 1 more before I start the teleporter. I think I'll level up twice in that time. And dang, looks like I miscalculated. Just barely missed leveling up twice. That's pretty unfortunate. Anyways, I'm gonna decide to open up the utility chest instead of the normal one. Because I'm kinda down bad for some movement speed. Okay, sweet. Alright, these pots are not in the best positions. Not gonna lie. Now I do have KCC downpatcher, which like downpatches the physics of this game. So roll pots work like they do in the old version. But Artificer's like one of the worst for pot rolling. So I'll try my best, man. But I don't know if I'm gonna get this pot roll. But yeah, this just probably straight up would have been impossible in current patch. So shoutouts developer of KCC downpatch. Very cool mod. Okay, still got it, still got it. Thank you, modders. That would not have been possible, probably. But dang, man. Got a ludicrous amount of greens, though. That's kind of insane. In fact, I have so many greens, I can just straight up get 4 red items if I were to sacrifice everything. Like, that's kind of ridiculous, man. Anyways, close to 30 minutes stage 2. But honestly, still a decent pace considering the items we got. And then I still have that void cradle to open up, so let's see what we get. Well, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna opt to not take it, actually. Scorched Acres. Dang it. Roll of pennies, though. Hey man, Blazing Beetles can spawn on the stage. And get up to some funny shenanigans, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. And we got a scrapper. I actually can abuse roll of pennies. Or I don't know if 1 wrap is enough for blazing at this stage, though, to not get curse stacks. Okay, you know what? I'll grab an equipment and then just start heading out already. Like, that might be the wrong play, but I'm kind of a big fan of the items I have already. Okay, doable. Okay, I'll get 1 more item, actually. Hopefully a slug, though. Like, holy crap, man. Oh, come on. I'm about to level up. Are you serious? But you know, maybe that's not such a bad thing. I kind of want to rush because I like my items already, so I can just sort of level up right away. Get the legendary chest. With the sales star, by the way. And then just dip. Like, surely I don't get 2 bad reds, right? Surely. Surely, that would be really unlucky. Okay, I think I'm sunk cost fallacying this thing too much. Like, I think I just straight up need to commit to rushing. Because, I mean, items right now, kinda nice, not gonna lie. Okay, got Abyssal Depths. Hopefully we get a Shatter Spleen. Molten Perforator would be equally as nice, especially with 3 ignitions. But yeah, look at that, stage 4, already level 20. Okay, leveled up already. Can just get this legendary and dip. Perfect. Literally perfect. And already about to level up again, kinda wild. Yeah, you rack up gold pretty fast in these later stages. That's why Longstanding Solitude is better, the later you get it. Okay, I said let's not sunk cost fallacy this, but let me just get this. And already about to level up again. Yeah, this item definitely shines later in a run. especially when you can abuse that level 94 that this item gives you. Anyways, kind of unfortunate the TP's in here, especially after we got a head stomp. But whatever, man. Whatever. Okay. Think I made the right call rushing. Monster Tooth, finally some healing. Like, I've done a good job not really getting hit this stage, but I've been getting so many curse stacks in the earlier stages, it's been kind of annoying. So finally some healing. Kind of spooky making it this far without a slug or whatnot. Okay, next stage should be an easy head stomp, a win. And then the Mythics fight. I have pretty decent stuff. Not the best, but definitely winnable. So yeah, I feel very comfortable rushing. Alright, looks like we've leveled up already, so let me at least abuse the Sail Star. Okay. Okay, there's stage 5. Kinda leveled up a lot this stage, considering I was aiming to like rush. So that's pretty neat. What's not neat are the 3 items I just got though. And yeah, since I rushed, even though I took 30 minutes to beat stage 2, kind of caught up to my usual pace, even with Longstanding Solitude. Man, I'm slow. Not really gonna be much of a problem for Mythics, because, I mean, Ion Surge. Yeah, really wish we had more speed items, but that's alright. Time to win. What is that guy doing? Bro thinks this is a dance-off or what? There we go. Got the phase 4 skip. See ya, bubby. So, that's the run. Do I think Longstanding Solitude is actually good now that I've seen it in action? Hell no. Hell no. Sorry, rndThursday, but hell no. Yeah, this item is trash, man. Okay, but on a more serious note, I think we all saw how fast I leveled up in stage 5. Like, that was pretty absurd. I think if you're looping, like, even though it's very easy to get god runs when you loop, I think this item is among probably one of the best if you do decide to loop. But for like the standard 6 stages specifically, I think unless you have a Gore's Tome or a Brittle Crown, this item just doesn't really do that well. I'm sorry to say. I do agree though that stats in general are super underrated. So yeah, if you loop, try maybe picking up this item. You get to level 94 for free, especially if you have a couple Gore's Tomes. But otherwise, if you're not doing that, this item kind of sucks, man. Sorry to say, this item kind of sucks. I think the only reason I won was because I got good items and then just rushed Mythics. But this is definitely not the worst item. Like, if I have gotten a Stone Flux instead of a Longstanding Solitude, probably would have died, not gonna lie. And then like stage 2 and 5, it kind of did like a decent job keeping up. I was getting like around 1 item per minute, especially evident in stage 5, even though I like mostly rushed it. During those 90 seconds in the teleporter, when you earn even less gold, by the way, I still leveled up 3 times. So I can only imagine how much you'll be leveling up when you loop and whatnot. But that's not exactly what I was testing today. So unfortunately, yeah, this item kind of sucks if you're just doing a standard 6 stage run.